Well, hello and welcome to the Gauge Look, and here we are with Thronebreaker Witcher Tales. We're going to do a quick let's play of this, see how it goes. I really fancy playing this, so I thought we'll give it a recording. As you can see, I've only started 1 minute ago just to watch the intro to see if it was too long or not for the video, and I don't think it is, so we'll let it play. This is a battle card, sort of tactical game with RPG elements. I'm really eager to play it. I've literally not clicked a button in the live game yet. So let us have a go. New game. Biting Frost. Every turn on turn start, damage the lowest unit on the roll by 2. So I've played Gwen a couple of times, which is the Witcher card game, but I wasn't very good at it, so I'm learning with you here.
Year 1267. Okay. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the Queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers. His neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Okay, so we're here now.
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
It's weird, sort of Scottish names, but this weird sort of Middle English accents coming through. Oh well.
Yes, at its end letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value.
Now, I already like the sort of background. The graphical style is really cool. But their accents are putting me off. They don't sound very regal,
That
do
will
they?
suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Spala, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Oh no. Settle
Steady,
down.
Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right. Speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
No, no.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
Ah, you lost my
Your Grace,
gold, you
but
son
I
of a
shall do
bitch.
all in my power to recover it.
You do have a
This
mighty
I
moustache,
vow,
though.
if it be Your Grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter.
Yeah, you should move.
Your force,
I think
Caldwell,
I'm
I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now,
Well, I'm a
Raymond?
little bit rude.
I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
It's a nice graphical style, though, I must admit. Welcome to the Thronebreaker tutorial. Before embarking on your venture, you should get acquainted with basic game mechanics. You control the character using the left mouse button. Follow the cobblestone road to reach the next stage of your journey. It's very cool. I like it. Really nice graphical style. Kind of like a fancy isometric. You will expand your army throughout the game, but to do so you must collect the following types of resources: gold, wood and recruits. While on the road you can find useful items and even new companions who will support you in battle. If you don't want to miss anything, be sure to thoroughly explore the map and complete side quests. Okay. If you don't want... yeah, okay. Sure. I'm going. Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Can I have this? No.
Oh, I thought it were bandits riding in.
No, it's your queen.
Milka. They stretched her over a fire
Oh my
till
god.
she told them where she buried her gold. Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
The accents, man. Oh god. Congratulations, you have found a treasure map. Search the area and you may just find a secret location marked on the map with an X. Okay. So we're looking for a wee hut at the end of the road surrounded by trees. I'm thinking it's over there. An obstacle blocks your path. To remove it, you'll need to spend some of your resources. Oh, no. There's the treasure, though. It's gotta be right. Boom. Congratulations, you've discovered a card that can be used in the Gwent card multiplayer game. Renard Odol. I'm gonna have to play Gwent again. I don't think I remember. Go to Hawksburn. Yeah, let's go. Your Majesty, it seems someone felled an oak, which now blocks the road. Unfortunately, our wagons can't go around. How do you wish to proceed? Issue access to the soldier. Yeah, use money. I don't want to lose recruits. Most interactive objects are marked clearly by your map, but not all. Some events cannot be predicted, so you'd best be prepared for anything.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head,
Oh my God.
scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meave charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
That's very stupid.
Charge!
That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? It's not bravery, it's stupidity. Okay, battle time. Meave was convinced the bandits would flee to cover of the forest upon realising their grave mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would attack. They'd attack the retinue of the queen, yet the strays of Spala were a different breed. They held nothing sacred. Okay, let's start battle then. So, custom deck, story battle. Remember, this is a tactical card game, which I'm terrible at. Oh, it's quite cool looking though, isn't it? This is the battlefield. You will play your cards at the bottom half, and your opponent will play on the top. Units can be played on 2 rows, so it's not quite the same as Gwent then. Melee or ranged. But remember, the abilities of some cards may be different depending on the row you play them. Huh. A standard battle can last up to 3 rounds. The first to win 2 rounds wins the whole match. Players alternate their turns. During your turn you can play 1 card, but you can use any number of abilities. Okay. The player who goes in first in the match is the same who initiated the battle. In this case, you encountered an ambush, so your opponent will have the first turn. Makes sense.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
To attack the queen? An outrage!
Okay. The strength of each unit plays to your army's strength. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of the round will win the round. Some units have armour. Armour absorbs a certain amount of damage. Okay.
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Most cards have an ability of some kind. To learn more about it, select the card and read its short description. Additional information will appear if you right click on the card. Okay. Let's just use this guy then, shall we?
Should I listen?
Salt of the earth, they are, your grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
Don't know that. Scythemen have the loyal ability. This means that their other abilities are activated every time you use Maeve's ability. Okay. Each leader has its own unique ability. To learn, just select the leader. Maeve's ability allows her to boost a unit's strength and add armour to it, so she can use this ability once every few turns. To use Maeve's ability, first select her, and then select one of your units.
I shall teach you
Nice.
to respect the crown, you dogs!
Didn't add any armour though. Oh no, it did. Okay. Wow. You are bloody amazing now. Oh, amazing. Play any card. I mean, what are these cards?
Give me a target.
Boom.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Ah. Your opponent's cards also have abilities. Be sure to read the descriptions carefully and adapt your strategy accordingly. Okay. I don't really have any options, do I? Play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. Ah, probably messed up there, did I?
If you... The strays took tail and run!
Of course they did. Kicked ass.
Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the
Wee
horns!
dog.
May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
When you've played all the cards, the end turn button will turn into a pass button. When you pass, you will not be able to perform any actions. Okay. Player whose army completely... I only needed like one unit there.
The battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive.
Understood, Renard. Oh. Some nice units there, though.
Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
Okay. So what does this mean exactly? Loyal triggers this ability automatically when your leader's ability is used.
This half is
So I'll probably use it on the second one.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Ah, you little bastards.
My spirit's willing and how, but these
Okay,
dog boots are
boost.
just...
Ah, and that's what we're talking about. Easy, Tiger.
Ballista, your command.
Fire. Good lad. You can't cast this. Cooldown 3.
Have it the white of an eye from half
You've
a
won
league
2 rounds
away.
in a row, which means you are a battle's victor. Fantastic.
Congratulate you
That was
on your
really cool,
latest
guys.
victory, Your Grace.
Enjoyed that.
The bandits stood not a chance.
Well done, Maeve.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Maeve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very sensible column. You need some screening cavalry in the rear. Come on, Queen. Oh, look at that. That's good. Okay. Right. Got some gold.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
Oh, you
After 3 weeks
devil,
in the
you.
saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite.
On the road.
A spell of it they deserve.
To survey the army, you must first pitch camp. Pitch camp by pressing the tent button. Oh, cool. Ah, so I can upgrade here. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. Fantastic. Into the workshop. Here you can build and improve camp buildings. To improve your camp buildings, you must first collect the appropriate quantity of gold and wood. For your journey, you will definitely need access to a regional map, but to get it, you will first need to improve your royal tent. Okay. Thanks to the improvement, you now have access to the regional map, which you can open from the main game screen. The workshop itself can be improved. With each subsequent improvement, you will gain access. Ah, okay. It's a nice looking tent. There's a command tent. Oh. In the command tent, you can create units and build your army from available cards. Improving the building will increase your recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. The cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left hand side. Okay. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen. You can gain access to new cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop, as well as through certain story related tasks. Grey deck cards are available but have not been created. You must first create them before you can include them in your deck. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your army's recruit cap. Currently your recruit cap is 125. To create new cards you need particular resources. Recruits. You can gain recruits at conscription posts, which are marked on the map with a helmet icon, as well as through certain story related tasks. You've received additional resources to craft a Wagenburg. Craft one now. Okay. Damage all units on an enemy rolled by the unit's armour amount, then lose all armour. Ooh. So what do I do? Do I click it here? Okay. Yeah, let's recruit. Add Wagenburg to your deck. There we go. And that's full. You can now view and create new cards or return to your main game. So what have we got here? Rivian Pikeman. I like the idea of that. Play the top blitz unit from your card deck. Oh, that sounds amazing. Deploy trigger this ability when played. Add a card to the game. An ability triggered manually by the player. Trigger this ability. Move from the battlefield to the graveyard. Units that are banished. Deploy. Spawn 2 light infantry on the right. They're pretty bad, but it could be fun. Can I not recruit them though? Ah, okay, I don't have any copies of the card. Ah, I see. Neve. You're not very good, actually, I don't think. Judging by what I can see there. Okay. That's fine at the moment. You can now take a look at your other camp buildings to familiarise yourself with your functions, or you can return to the main game. Okay. Royal Tent. You can view letters and maps you've received for, as well as keys and card fragments. Royal Tent screen can also be accessed from the main game in the knapsack. Okay, letters. Your Highness, artisans from Gradobard have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I've included an engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope. A Cintrian line inherited from King Corman. Bared fangs offer stunning realism and an ancestor sword. I have no doubt it shall prove the castle's latest masterpiece. That's very nice of you. Dear Maeve, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. What luck we did not put off our meeting any longer. From what men say, armies are on the march, kicking up a veritable dust storm across Sir Yuga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support. Dem event. Reports. Noted increased in Nilfgaardian activities in the foothills. Number of troops, quality, equipment indicate otherwise. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Sir Yuga. Bandit camp formed after revolts, many pickpockets. Clever and bolder, attacking heavily armed convoys. Ooh, very bad of you. Milka's map. Okay. The mess. Oh. You can talk to your... Look how cool the art style is. You can talk to your companions in the mess tent, give them a little bit of your time, and you may learn a secret or two.
A bit of respite, Reynard?
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
Hopefully he's got a better accent.
We might yet learn of
I'm
mitigating
sorry.
circumstances. Events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either.
I don't think you like men very much, Maeve.
Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company?
Yeah.
Swapping tales with the innkeep even?
Excuse
Your
me.
concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't. But would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
That wasn't very polite.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
Very rude.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Maeve. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. It's time I attended to other matters.
And speaking of other matters, we're going to call it there. I'm really enjoying this. We're definitely going to do a few episodes. Hopefully we'll get some interaction on this. The accents are interesting to me, but I think it's because they're relatively local to me. It doesn't quite match what I expect from this But it's all good. So thank you very much for joining. Obviously click that like button, subscribe, let me know what you think of this game, and I will see you for the next episode, folks. Thanks, and goodbye.